I'll be honest, I have not been playing much Battlefield. In fact, the only thing keeping me playing Battlefield as of late is the fact that I just want to get better and I want to practice. Not much actual
An exile.
gameplay
Shame the world
or
knows
or you know fun has gone into it. Now, I'm not saying the
Make sure
game's
you
not
tell
fun.
our
I'm still having
folks.
fun,
Quiet.
but I'm on to another game, a game that is a master of its kind, Path of Exile. So basically, what is Path of Exile? A lot of my friends that play Battlefield, which are the majority of my subscribers, don't quite understand what it is. Now, Path of Exile is an action RPG, over the top, kind of, I don't want to compare it to Diablo, but if you need a game to compare it to, look at Diablo. It's made by gamers, though. It's not made by necessarily a company. I mean, it is a company that made it, Grinding Gear Games, but it was made by a group of gamers that were upset or just not pleased with the current ARPG field as of right now. So they're making a totally free-to-play game that is extremely fun and is still in open beta. Now this is a final open beta, meaning whatever you do in the beta isn't going to be gone when the game finally comes out or is technically released, but it will carry over. Now this is good. So basically what this means is hop into the beta right now, learn what you're doing, and when the game comes out you can either restart or you can go off the character you already want. Now, in addition to the fun game, it is so unique. It is so unique in so many different aspects, and I want to go over why it is so unique. Probably the first thing you'll notice, this is probably the most unique thing about it, is the currency in the game. There is no gold, there is no platinum, there is no currency whatsoever. There is only different kind of orbs and things that you use that will better your character, and you barter between them. Now there are set in stone, pretty set in stone, transaction rates that go with these. So, one of something might equal 24 of another. So, when you barter, you need to know those, or you're going to get shafted. Or if the other person doesn't know, you can take advantage of them. But when it comes down to it, there's no currency, and that is such a refreshing thing. There is no pay-to-win aspect for this game. Everything that you can buy in the store is cosmetic. It's not going to help you kill stuff faster. It's nothing that gives you an unfair advantage. It's only stuff that looks cool. Maybe you get more bank tabs, that sort of thing. Now the bank tabs you get, you have easily 100 tabs, so you're fine. But if you want to buy more and really support the developers, that's the biggest thing. Is so many people just want to support the developers because of how much work they've been pouring into the game. They take our stuff to heart. They've been patching this game like crazy. They've been having ladders already. There's already ladders in the closed beta, in the open beta. And basically what a ladder is a competition. Think of it as a competition between the best Path of Exile players, and you can take part of it even if you're not good, or if you're not the best. It's all fun and games. Some of them can be maybe a week. Some of them are even an hour long. Basically, depending, just most of the time they're highest level, that kind of thing. Most progression. It's all fun and games, but the winners are rewarded. They get really cool in-game gear, that kind of thing. So it's all extremely, you're rewarded for what you do, and so you feel like taking part of these races, even though you might not win. Let's say you're the best Templar or you're the best Shadow. Well, there you go. You're going to get rewarded for that kind of thing. Now, in leveling in this game, it all comes naturally. In Diablo 3 and a lot of other RPGs, I definitely do feel a very strong sense of grinding, even early on in the game. Now, I've been playing this game a lot. Last night I played for about 10 hours, 6.5 of which I streamed. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. Had about 15 to 20 views at the top. So, I had some viewers, and it was pretty cool. And the game is just so much fun. Like, I don't get tired of playing this game. I played this game for hours on end. If I did that with Battlefield or really any other game I have, I would be bored. I'd want to go and do something else. But with this game, there's just so much to do. The quests are fun, and you're rewarded for every ounce of exploration you do. You could just go and knock out all the quests and progress through this game in a very linear fashion. But all of the maps, sort of areas within each act, are very well done, beautiful, diverse. And while they are beautiful, this game is very gritty, which I applaud them for. So many games now in this series just aren't gritty enough for me. I really like the grittiness. I think it adds to the game, and it is so fucking fun. Now, in addition to the freedom of leveling and the freedom of currency that is in this game, there is such a vast skill web in this game. It is not even funny. Now, every class starts out in a different part of the skill tree. That's how each class basically differs. Other than that, each class you could build to play the same as another. So what it does is it allows you to pick the class based on how you want to start or how you want to look in-game. I don't mind the Templar, his looks. He's an old guy, you know, loves Jesus, all that kind of thing. You know, not technically, but that's what a Templar is. You know, they fight for God, they fight for righteousness. I don't necessarily play the game or play that class for that reason. I just like how he started out. He starts in between the strength and the intelligence skill tree. So if you want to have a very strong and intelligent kind of character that uses a mixture of very powerful intelligence-based and strength-based skills, abilities, and upgrades, that's what you can do. Let's say you wanted to have a dexterous version of the Templar. You could play as a shadow. They start in the middle of the tree that the part of the tree that would be dexterity and intelligence, which is their pure intelligence, marauders pure strength, that sort of thing. Now basically what this allows you to do is it allows you to start the game with the stats you want, or by the time you're, you know, level 70, level 80, that kind of thing, you have the freedom to build your character however you want. Now it is important to note that a lot of the decisions you make are final. You can get respect points by doing quests, but it's not enough to really redo your whole build. So I would probably research the build you're probably going to want to build on. First of all, I went into this game blind. I've been putting points where I want to. It's actually turned out to be a pretty decent build. Of course, when the full game comes out, or even later, I'll try some of the other classes, see how that goes. Right now, I'm really been exploring the game on my Templar, and I've been having tons of fun. Now, with this kind of skill web, it's not linear at all. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a picture of this skill web, and it is absolutely amazing how much choice there is. There's probably hundreds and hundreds of choices in this. Anything from passives to simple increases in your stats. A lot of the skill tree, it'll take a while to get to, but a lot of the upgrades you get are absolutely will change the way you play your class. So it's really cool to see that a developer is putting in a skill tree that actually rewards the player for decisions they make, instead of just passive weak bonuses like an additional 10 to strength, which you can get in the skill tree, but those 10 points in strength, you need those because you're taking it to get an incredibly good passive ability. For instance, there's one ability that allows you to not have any health at all. It'll give you 1 health, but it will double your energy shield, and it will make you immune to chaos damage. Now, chaos damage is later in the game. Basically what it does is it bypasses your shield and goes straight to your health. This is very bad news, but let's say you have that. Well, there you go. The game has rewarded you for building your character in such a manner, and there are so many viable builds that it's really great to see. Now, back to the currency. My only complaint with the currency is that it has weight. So the currency in most games you just carry around. You have 1,000 gold. You carry around 1,000 gold. It doesn't take any part of your inventory. Now in this game, because the things you trade for and the things that you need are bartered for and have set transaction values, you carry them around with you. Such things as whetstones for weapons and armor, orbs of alchemy and that kind of thing. Things that allow you to upgrade your weapons. There are things that change the color of the gems in your weapons. There's things that will upgrade blue to a rare, or there's things that will completely wipe the stats and you could build it from your own. And that's the magic with this game. You can get a completely shitty item, but you can build it to be one of the best in the game. It all depends on the currency that you have, and the currency, while not as abundant as I'm going to make it sound, but you get it dropped all the time. Now you have to stockpile it to really get a weapon that, or an armor, or an accessory that you'd want, but it's there. And so there's even stuff that'll improve your flasks. Now flasks are like potions, but instead of potions like in other games where they have a one-time use, you have up to 5 flasks that you can use in this game, and the flasks have a cooldown. They do not go away after you use them. You can use them and then they're on a cooldown. Some of them do mana over time, healing over time. Some of them do all at once, and some of them increase your abilities, increase your speed, increase your attack speed, increase your damage, that sort of thing. So you have 5 available options, and with that you can have whatever you want. You can have all mana, all health, you could have a mixture, anything that you wanted. And a lot of times those flasks depend on your build. A lot of people like to go in a blood magic sort of build, which will use health instead of mana, so you don't need mana, but you'll need more health, or you'll need more health regeneration, that sort of thing. Again, all coming down to the vast skill tree and the vast options that are available for the player in the game. It's such an amazing game. And on to the last part of the game, which makes it just another unique gem in and of itself, is the gems. Now, gems in this game are the actual skills. You don't get your skills in your skill tree. The skill tree is passive bonuses. And you don't get skills when you level up. You don't choose them out of some, stupid skill tree that every other game ever has. No. You get your skills in the form of tradable gems. Yes, you can trade your skills with other players if you need another skill. You can level up these gems, or you can choose not to level them up. Now, there's a couple of reasons why you wouldn't want to level them up. For instance, say you're a very strong character. You don't have any points into intelligence, but there's a really good blue gem that you want that, in some way, shape, or form, takes up some of your mana pool. Well, there you go. Just keep it as it is, have its passive bonuses, or have its strengths, its on-use abilities, but keep it, downranked so that you can use it when you don't have much mana. That sort of thing. Now, with the gems, you don't have to use them to actually level them up. The skills that you get from gems can be passive. They can be auras, kind of like Clarity, for instance. Clarity is a gem I have. It's a blue gem, and it allows you to regenerate your mana faster, but it takes a little bit of your mana away. Overall, I do like the gem, and I use it. However, back to the thing. Clarity will level itself up over time just by me playing. I have some gems in my gear that enhance my lightning abilities. I have an ability called Arc. That is a casted spell. It arcs to people. Now, because that arc is linked with another gem that enhances it, it makes the gem more powerful. Now, that was my choice. In that same gem spot that enhances arc, I could have put a gem that maybe gives me an aura that does passive shock damage to everyone. Or it could have had a gem that increases my health regeneration or my mana regeneration. But instead, I made the personal choice to use a gem that increases the damage of my lightning. Makes it pierce further into enemies that, say, have lightning resistance. That sort of thing. All in all, this makes for an extremely well-played game. People that make this game were gamers themselves. That is how it is so good. They understand what people want. Now, of course, when the game comes and you're just now looking at it, you're watching me play it, no doubt it looks confusing. I was intimidated by this game for a while. I did not know if I was going to play it because of how confusing it looked. It was a little, it looked like I had a high learning curve, and it no doubt does. But just a couple of days of playing, I've picked up a lot of useful tips for you guys. I've probably played this game for about 20 to 30. That's definitely a low estimate. I'd probably say closer to 50, 60 hours. Streamed a fair bit of it and recorded some of it. And that's what you guys have been watching this whole time, is Path of Exile. Now, the game is extremely fun, and I hope you guys check it out. Right now it's an open beta, so you can download it at their website for free. When the game comes out, it's still going to be free to play. Completely free to play game. You can spend money and help them. They do take donations if you want to. So far, they've raised about $2.2 million for the development team. It's absolutely crazy. So many good players from the communities of YouTube and Twitch have come over to this game because of how good it is, and the game has been getting a lot of support from supporters of the franchise and of the genre. Now, even if you're not an action RPG player, this game has so much replay value, and it is so fun. It's the kind of game that will get you into this genre. So, I implore you, if you're a player that doesn't necessarily like these kind of games, Path of Exile will still be enjoyable for you. Simple reason is, it's fun. The combat, while it may look repetitive, invokes a lot of thought, and you have to take strategy into how you attack certain situations. And just the sheer amount of possibilities in this game allows you to play it through so many different characters in so many different ways. It's just an absolutely beautiful game, and I'm looking forward to them making it even better before their launch. And, even with the launch, patching it, every so often, and just, they listen to the community, which makes it just an amazing game. Now, guys, I'm going to close by asking you to just simply try the game out. The developers have put so much work into it, it is clearly evident they know what they're doing, and they want to make a successful game. If you guys download this game and enjoy it and share it around, spread it with your friends, it's only helping the developers, and it's only helping enrich the fact that games can be free to play and be fun, and the developers can still listen to the people. It is such an amazing thing that's been happening over gaming in the gaming industry for the past couple of years, is the rise of free-to-play games, and this is a perfect example that it can be done, and it can be done well. Guys, if you like this video, please leave a like, and if you play Path of Exile and you found me by searching on YouTube, please subscribe. I will be uploading a lot more Path of Exile content in addition to my Battlefield, so I hope you guys do enjoy. This is Walrus saying peace, and please check this game out and support its developers.